Hello from Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort. Whether it's your first time staying here or your first time in a while, don't worry, it's my very first time too. And I want to bring you along on our first stay, but also give you a little tour of the hotel and also our room. You're not going to believe where we're staying, and share some tips and tricks along the way. So let's go ahead and do this stay. Starting off with the tour, let's start outside of the main lobby. So this is the entrance. If you are coming from an Uber or if you're driving here to the hotel or maybe taking one of the buses, this is most likely where you'll get dropped off at. There's a lot of space that you can come drop your luggage off. They have the luggage racks that you can leave it on, and then over here to the left they have a lot of parking, and I think that there's also other parking lots that you can park at that are maybe a little bit closer to your hotel block, but I'd have to look at that to make sure. Coming out of the lobby area as well, while we are here, I just wanted to show you one of the forms of transportation that they have is Disney bus transportation. So if you wanted to get to Disney Springs, the Disney World theme parks, you can take the Disney buses, and there's little huts here that you can wait for them, and then there's also times that will tell you when the bus is coming. Before we go into the lobby, I should have mentioned too, over here they do have luggage services. So say that you get to check into the hotel, your room's not ready, they do have luggage services that you can come leave your bags at while you either go to the park or wait for your hotel room to get ready. But my favorite thing to do is to walk into the hotel and see the little carpets that are on the ground. They do have Port Orleans Resort carpets, and let's go ahead and get on into the lobby. Oh, here we are. It's a nice, bright, airy lobby. It kind of reminds me of like a fancy horse stable. I don't really know why, but they have a lot of seats here if you want to come in and just sit down to wait and relax whenever you are waiting for your room to be ready or whenever you're checking in. Very beautiful lobby, and also it smells so good in here. A lot of the like moderate and deluxe Disney resorts have certain smells, and it smells very clean and fresh inside of here is how I can describe it. The other thing that was fun when we were checking in, they actually had Disney characters here that you could meet and greet with. I met with Chip, he was so cute, but we did see Daisy and Dale as well. A lot of times the resorts also have fun activities that you can do, and here they have mosaic classes, and they also have painting on the bayou. How cute is that? Here is your check-in lobby. It is so open and spacious here. We checked in about 11 a.m. on our check-in day, and our room wasn't quite ready, but what was nice is they were able to put our room in a little bit quicker, and they actually texted us when our room was ready, and we had keys that we could just go straight to the room and check in. But we'll get into our room a little bit later. I'm so excited. I also love these little sitting areas that you can kind of sit at and look out from the lobby. Inside the lobby too, they do have Fulton's General Store, which is a nice mix of Disney merch that you can shop for, but also some supplies that you maybe have forgotten on your trip. A lot of this stuff you can find at the World of Disney at Disney Springs, or you can find it in the Disney World theme parks. Right now we're here during Halloween, so you see all of the Halloween merch, but I did want to show you some of the amenity things in case you forgot anything while you were here. They do have some sweet treats and snacks in case you want anything, and a lot of this stuff too you can find at the parks as well. But over here is where they have a lot more of the like breakfast and food options. They do have some donuts that you could get for your room. They have bread too. A lot of times you can have groceries delivered to the hotel too, but in case you don't want to do that and you just want to get something quick and easy here, they've got sunscreen, they have some baby essentials, some diapers. I know that's something that people always like to say that they get delivered via groceries or diapers, but they also have pop, they have some wines, they have water bottles, they have some whole milk, all sorts of things. So you could either grab some stuff for snacks in your park bag, or if you just wanted a late night snack whenever you come home, they have those here. Here's the refillable souvenir cups that they have here at the resort. So it looks like you can enjoy refills of fountain drinks, coffee, tea at any resort beverage location for the entire length of your stay. Also, they have chips and dip if you want any. They do have some resort specific merch too. Look at these Port Orleans Minnie Mouse ears. They're $34.99, so cute. They don't say anything on the back. They used to have ones that said Port Orleans Riverside, but these ones are just plain, but still so cute. Also, they have a long sleeve shirt that you can get. Since this is one of the resorts that is near where you can get the famous Disney beignets, they do have a beignet all day loungefly that is so fun. They also have beignet ears, and they're also scented, which is cool. And a beignet all day spirit jersey. That one is so fun. So again, a lot of this stuff you can find at Disney Springs, World of Disney, Disney stores, but in case you are running behind on your shopping or you want to get something last minute, it's nice that they have a lot of options here. The left of the lobby, they have a lot of sitting space that you can come and eat at. I know that's what we did whenever we were checking in. We just got some lunch, but they also have a bar here that you can come and grab a drink. I need to look up the details of it, but this is also where certain nights you can come watch Yeehaw Bob play. It is like a super popular thing here at Riverside. It's always so busy. I was here a couple of years ago and saw Yeehaw Bob, so it is so fun to come and check that out if you're here. And when he plays, if it falls during your stay, definitely come and check that out. It gets a little bit crazy and it's also really fun. He's so interactive, and you can see that here in this little bar area. I just talked to a really kind cast member about it. Yeehaw Bob comes to play from Wednesdays to Saturdays from about 8:30 to 11. So again, if you're here, come and check out Yeehaw Bob. He's so interactive and fun, and definitely makes your vacation a little extra special. We are now inside of Boatwright's dining hall. This looks like a sit-down dining spot. Here's a look at some of the food that you can get here. But I really like the atmosphere inside. There's a giant boat that looks like it's getting built inside. So that's kind of a cool little detail. I love the sign, that's really neat. But in case you didn't want to do a sit-down meal and wanted something quicker, they do have a quick service option here that you can actually mobile order at. The mobile order is super convenient on the My Disney Experience app. They have a ton of seating in here too. It's not super busy right now. We'll go look at the food in detail, but they do have salad and sandwiches. They have breakfast options, pizza, pasta. They have stuff from the grill like chicken strips and burgers, chicken sandwiches, and then they also have bakery options, which is nice. This is the Riverside Mill. Let's look at some of the pastries they have. I think this Mickey cinnamon roll looks delicious. I don't know if that's the banana bread, but I know from the Riviera, the banana bread is very good, so that might be something fun to try. And they also have cupcakes and some cheesecakes. Those look really good. And they do have hot Mickey cinnamon roll options that might be coming home with us later. This looks like more of the burgers and the sandwiches, so it looks like you can come kind of pick it up, and then you can also go over to the checkout here, check out really quickly, and then go get a bite to eat if you wanted. But they have burgers, Impossible Burgers, chicken sandwiches over here. This is where they have more pasta options. They have a pasta, shrimp and grits, they have grilled chicken, Parmesan pasta, that sounds good. Ooh, they have pizza, they have pepperoni pizza, cheese pizza, and over here are salad and sandwiches. They have salmon, smothered beef and gravy, jambalaya, gumbo. I feel like that's very fitting here. And then of course your mobile order spot. Here's where you can come get your soft drinks. So if you have the refillable mugs, this is where you can come and use them. You place them on the little scanner and you can use it. Here's also where some coffee is. Sometimes I like to take my coffee cups from the rooms and refill here. But one thing I see here at Riverside that they don't have at other resorts, at least that I've seen recently, is they have dedicated water and ice machines. So if you want to come and refill a water bottle or get some ice or get water for your park day, definitely come here. It's so nice that they have a dedicated spot just for it. This is the backside of the lobby. So we just came out of the Riverside Mill. So that's where you can go for the quick service option. Here is a little game of chess or checkers that you can play. And around here, we just saw them, but it looks like they're gone. They do carriage rides, which is really cool. And this is also where you can come and get the riverboat that will take you to Disney Springs. And also, I believe you can get over to French Quarter as well. I love the backside of the mill here. It's so cool. And I think if you're coming to stay at the hotel, definitely come and get either a photo or come and check out the mill. I think that's a really neat detail. I just walked across the bridge, and this looks like one of the pools here at the hotel, but they do often have these lists of activities here that you can see during your stay. So it lists out some of the paid options and the free options. I really like it because in the evenings they do movies under the stars. So it looks like at 8:30 p.m. now you can see some of the movies, but they also have campfires, they have nighttime trivia, they have paid things like fishing, they have the bike rentals and the carriage tours, of course. So there's lots of things to do here at the hotel that would be great for an off day from the parks. Here's a look at one of the pools. Look how fun this is. Oh, there is a water slide. So there's a water slide that goes into the pool, and there's also this little like water feature that fountains down into the pool. This would be a nice place to come and just relax. And it's also pretty shaded, which is nice. And I think they have, is it called Muddy River river, there might be a little quick service over here. How nice. This is the alligator bayou section. So the architecture is a little bit different from where we're staying, but still really fun. I'm sad, all the horses were here and now they're gone, but a neat thing that they do are horse-drawn carriage rides from 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. nightly. You can pay $65 and have 4 adults or 2 adults and 3 children do a little carriage ride. You can reserve through the My Disney Experience app, or maybe depending on times, you might be able to get a walk-up reservation, so that's cool. The first thing we were a little overwhelmed about and didn't have really any idea about because we didn't look into it before was the layout of Port Orleans Riverside, but they do have a little map here that I would recommend checking out before you go to look for your hotel room. Here it is right outside of the lobby. So it is connected to French Quarter, which is kind of the sister resort to Riverside. So we are here. This is the center lobby area. Where we're staying, I believe, is over in this section, but they have spots all around this little river area that you can go, and that's where your room may be at. So I think the 2 first numbers of the buildings is the 2 first numbers of your room. So that can kind of lead you in the right direction. There's 2 other fun activities that they have. They have these little, I think they're called Surrey bikes, but you can rent them and drive them around Riverside. There are these nice bike trails, which is really cool. I think, again, this would be a fun thing to do for an off day from the theme parks. I'm not sure the timing of this. It looks like it's closed now. So it looks like for bicycles, it's $9 for every 60 minutes or $18 a day. Oh, there's a firework cruise that you can do. So you can have 10 guests maximum. How fun is that? You also have cane pole fishing, and then yes, the Surrey bikes, you can have a 2-seater or a 4-seater. While we're here too, this is also the entrance for the river cruise, and I believe the entrance for the riverboats as well whenever you go to Disney Springs. Another unique thing, since it's so close to French Quarter, is this is a part of one of the Disney World running trails. So around some of the other Disney World resorts, they actually have these running trails that you can either go walk or run on. It's a nice way to see Disney World in a different way. So if you are into running, or if you're doing a Run Disney race and want to do some training, this is a fun little trail. I didn't realize this, but it looks like they also have an arcade here. Mandy just got done on one of the running trails. How was it, Mandy? Would you recommend?
I would recommend like maybe first thing in the morning or in the evening because it was really hot.
She did it in the middle of the day.
But at least I look cute.
Hair glitter, so cute. Very nice. We are walking from the lobby to get to our hotel block, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of the area. So it is like a giant loop, and there's a lot of different hotel blocks of where the rooms are at. So like I showed you earlier with the map, definitely check out the first 2 numbers of your hotel room, and that should help you with the different hotel block that you're at. I'm not very good at describing like the hotel architecture, so I'm gonna have Mandy help me, but we passed by earlier French Quarter, and French Quarter is like a more fun, colorful, New Orleans style hotel, you would say, Mandy. But
like Mardi Gras.
Like Mardi Gras, that's what she was saying. But when you come here to Riverside, it seems like a little bit more
of a Southern charm.
Southern charm is how Mandy said it, and she said it very well. So I'm gonna show you the buildings. Everything is really pretty. It's kind of like plantation style, very...
Think Notebook.
Oh, think the Notebook. Yes.
Come along.
Mandy's gonna take you to our room area, but that's a really good description of it. Here's one of the horses and the carriage rides that you can take. Look how relaxing that would be. So nice, just a nice loop around the hotel. The other thing I wanted to share as we're walking around that I don't think many people know because I just found out, but depending on what Disney World hotel you're staying at, I'd recommend going on Facebook and joining a Facebook group for the hotel that you're staying at. I joined one for Riverside here, and what guests will do is if they have extra things that they can't take home with them or they don't want to take home with them, they will share like Facebook photos or Facebook posts of where they're leaving certain items, so you can go and pick them up. Like we saw a post about refillable mugs, popcorn buckets, people leave their strollers. So join one of these Facebook groups before you come down. Depending on when you're coming, you may be able to snag something for your trip. As we're walking up the stairs to our room, look at the subtle Mickey details everywhere here around the hotel. When it comes to getting into your Disney hotel room, there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can use your Disney Magic Bands. If your Magic Band is linked to your My Disney Experience account, you can also open it up via the My Disney Experience app. And of course, you can use the room keys that they give you. But let me show you with the Magic Band. Here I have my Magic Band, and we'll go ahead and get on in. You are not gonna be ready for this. Truly, I do not think you are ready to see this room room, but welcome to the royal guest room here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. Tiana has invited us to stay in one of her princess-themed rooms with lots of other princess gifts and details that were given to her throughout the years. So we are going to give you a tour of this room, and I am so excited to stay here. It is so cute. Again, this is the royal guest room here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort, and it's one of the rooms that has a special upgrade because it features a lot of Disney princess and Disney prince details inside of the rooms. But to make everything make sense, there's one detail that we need to start out with, and it is a personal letter from Tiana herself. And this is what the letter says that you can read. It's left on the table here for us. It says, "Welcome all. We are so excited to have you stay with us. My friends and I have shared so many wonderful moments here that this has become a very special place in our hearts. As you make yourself at home, you'll discover some treasured mementos my friends have given to me over the years. Enjoy making magical memories with your friends and family in the royal guest room. Your friend, Princess Tiana." We're friends with Princess Tiana. That's so cute. So this kind of shares a little bit of the story behind the details that are in this room, but we're gonna go ahead and give a tour, and while we're touring it, we'll point out some of those details. Starting off, we have the doorway space, which has a lot of room whenever you're coming in, and they do have a trash can over here to the right, but we'll point out our first detail. Can you guess what princess this coat hanger was most likely given from? You guessed it, Cinderella. Look at the carriage and this shelf with some coat hangers. I think this would be perfect for park bags or your jackets if you're coming in a cooler time of year. Coming over here, this is what the window area looks like, and it's really nice because you can tell how much more elaborate these rooms are. Like, look at the drapery and the curtains that are in this room. Like, it really shows how royal the room is, for a lack of a better term. This is the air conditioner, which is really nice because it is themed to the rooms. So it's very fancy looking, but I will tell you, I've turned it off for the review just so that the fan is not running in the background, but that air conditioner works. So during the hot Florida summer months, you're gonna like that air conditioning to come back to. Here's a little sitting area that you can come sit at and relax. There are a ton of sweet treats here at Port Orleans Riverside, and this is a great place to come and just sit down, get a bite to eat. But look at how fun the chairs are. I love the drapes on the side, and the color and theming is really nice to tie in the room. In terms of amenities, they do have, of course, the little Keurig coffee maker, so you can use the 1 cup or the 2 cups to start. And as usual, they have the Joffrey's coffee, green tea, Earl Grey. They have your sugar, creamer, and other cups if you wanted to make coffee in the morning. I always like starting the day here with the coffee, or you could take the coffee cup and go down to the cafe and also get a warmer coffee if you'd like. Another detail I want to point out here are the silhouettes of the princes. I feel like you don't really see a lot about the princes in terms of details around the parks, but there's Prince Aladdin, Prince Adam, Prince Eric, Prince Charming. Love that. They do have a light up here, and of course, look at what hidden detail we have in there. It's a hidden Mickey. How cute is that? I absolutely love hidden Mickeys, and I love that they even incorporated him in a princess room. How cute. Forgive my filming setup here, but they have a really nice mirror that you can look at your park outfit in before your day, or you can come and take a cute selfie to get the day started. I love all of the details around the mirror. It's like a really pretty gold brushed color. Very cute. I love that. Of course, you can see the bed in the background. We will get to that. But we've got another head outline of the princes. We've got Prince Naveen, Prince Eugene, Prince Philip, and the prince, which I think is Snow White's prince. So that's cool that they were all featured. Here is the dresser area and the TV. I will say the one, like, a little bit underwhelming feature of this room has to be the TV itself. I'm not ever in a Disney hotel room enough to come back and watch TV, but in case you had an off day and wanted to watch TV, this TV is not as big as other hotels that I've stayed at. I know personally the ones at the All-Stars are bigger. That's just a little detail and a little nitpicky thing, but there is a lot of space on the top if you wanted to set anything down. If you have souvenir cups, popcorn buckets, any park bags, you can of course put that on top of the counter space. And there's a couple of drawers that you can also unpack in, and they are pretty deep too. So you can pull them out and unpack in there, which is nice. But we're coming to our other princess detail. Look at what most likely Jasmine or Aladdin left. It looks like a magic carpet is on the ground, and it's actually themed into the carpet on the actual floor of the room. So I think that's really cool that they were able to get carpet made like that. Like, that's really neat. Let's go ahead and spin around to the beds itself. I love this room because there's actually two queen beds. It's not like the All-Stars where you have the pull down Murphy bed, which of course is fine, but there's two beds here, and I'm sure you can already see, look at this fun bayou theming headboard on the back. I also should have mentioned this room has amazing lighting. Like, of all of the Disney hotels that I have stayed at, this one is by far the best. Of course, it's like the middle of the day when we're filming, but there is a ton of natural lighting in here. There's also a ton of lighting, like in terms of the headboard and the lights on the ceiling and everything. Lots of good lighting in here. I absolutely love that feature about it. Let's look again at the headboard. We've got a fun little bayou setting, but we've also got a fun detail. You can come over here and you can press this button on the headboard, and look, we have some fireworks over top of the headboard in the bayou. How cute is that? I'm so excited for this at night, like after a park day, just coming back and relaxing and having some fireworks behind you. That's so cute. I am so excited about that. That's like probably my favorite detail that is incorporated in here, because I don't know if there's anything like that at any other Disney World resort. So that's really cool. Up in the top of the headboard though, I did want to point out the Princess T. The very scripted T is for Tiana. And then look, you have her crown on the top of the crest. That's really cool. I don't know what all those little gems are around. It kind of reminds me of Snow White, but I don't think that's a detail from her, but it reminds me of her. And I also need to point out this other hidden Mickey that housekeeping left for us. Look how cute this little towel Mickey is. I love whenever they add details like that. It's so cute. I should have mentioned too, they have the ice bucket, and they also have a little fridge in here. We are already using it, so don't mind what we have, but it's more of like the beverage cooler that you see in some of the other Disney World resorts. So it's not necessarily super deep, but it is nice that they give you that option if you have any leftovers or if you get some groceries or drinks. It's nice to keep them cool. Here are some other fun details. Of course, we have a portrait of Tiana herself, and it's hard with the lighting, but it's actually like a lenticular picture that you can see, like it shifts back and forth. A fun detail about the frame is it was given by the dwarves. You can see it was sketched out and like etched by the dwarves, and at the bottom it says SW for Snow White. How fun is that? So her picture frame is actually framed by the dwarves. Also, I should probably know the name of this footstool, but I think it's from Beauty and the Beast. I don't know what the name of the little footstool was, so if you know, feel free to put it in the comments. Also, before we get into the last detail in this room, I just wanted to show you the headboard here, or like the molding around the ceiling. You can see a lot of other Beauty and the Beast details. Like, look at little Chip. You have the mice with the slipper. You also have Abu and the lantern, which is so cute, or the lamp. How fun is that? Like, there's even details up around the ceiling. So we have the fun headboards, but another thing that we have are all of the portraits of the princesses themselves. And I'm gonna tell you what, the princesses look really pretty. Look at how pretty Ariel is. I love her shell earrings. They're so cute. You have Rapunzel with her floating lanterns in the back. So it's fun that they have their castles mixed in with their portraits. And you see Jasmine, Cinderella, Snow White. She's my favorite. You have Sleeping Beauty and Belle. So cute. I just love this photo wall. And I personally will say this is like a great spot for a little photo op. If you want to do one, just sit there on the bed, have the princesses in the back, the headboard that's lighting up. It would be perfect. Also in the room, they do have this very tiny nightstand in between, and they do have some outlets on the back side. It looks like there's just two. They have the Hey Disney, the phone in the room. They also have a drawer, and then I just put my park bag there in the little cubby. But these are also where a lot of the lighting switches are at. You can also mute Hey Disney, and that's what I went ahead and did, because because he wasn't muted. I love the bathroom area, and it's kind of like over at Art of Animation where they have the curtains, but it looks so fancy here. Look at how regal the curtains look. So you can actually draw these drapes, or you can use this to also close off the bathroom area, which is so pretty. I absolutely love that. Oh my goodness, I am just seeing this now. In the drapes, do you see the hidden Mickeys? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. So in this vine design, they also have hidden Mickeys. How cute. Here we are in the bathroom, which also is very beautiful, I will say. I love the countertop. It's like a blue sparkly color, but there's also space on the bottom if you wanted to unpack it all. There are lots of towels. There's 2 mirrors, so I really like that this is like a double sink, so a lot of space to get ready at. And they also give you some bath soap, and I didn't know this, but the value resorts don't give you lotion, but here at the deluxe and moderate resort, since this is a moderate resort, you do get some lotion included with your stay. So that's a nice thing that the hotel room comes with. This is what these sinks look like, and a fun detail about the faucets, this is supposed to be the lamp from Aladdin. Look at how cool the like little handle is on the back, and of course you can turn the sink on and off. I think that's so cool that they incorporated that in it. They do have other space if you wanted to unpack. It looks like they have extra pillows and blankets. They do have hangers. I like to hang my park outfits. And then they also have a ironing board if you wanted to iron. Also, I just noticed this, but up around the details around the ceiling, they have Scuttle and Sebastian, and then they also have little Ray and some sand dollars and Pascal. Look at how cute. I love how they incorporated the other Disney characters too. It looks like there's the turtle and the squirrel from Snow White too. I love that. They're so cute. And I don't know if they did this intentionally, but the lamps also kind of look like the lilies from Tiana, which is really cute. I'm sure they kind of did that intentionally. Everything is so cute in here, and I absolutely love the bathroom. Very spacious. It has tile on the floor. And we'll finish off with the bathroom. It looks like Ariel did get her time to shine when it came to the bathroom. I'm just gonna do it real quick because there is an automatic fan that goes off whenever you have the light on. Inside of the shower curtain, do you see some of her thingamabobs? Down here, there's the dingle hopper. You can see the fork. They also have like the pipe that you see in the movie, and then some sand dollars and jewels. So I love that. There's of course the toilet, lots of towels. I always forget to show the doors of the bathrooms, but there is a separate door. It does have a mirror on it, so you can look at your park outfit to get ready for the day. And then lastly, this is like a tile bathroom. It does have a tub, so if you wanted to come back and soak, I know people are curious about if there's a tub or not. So it is like a standing shower and a tub. The shower head looks very nice. We are very excited about that. And then in terms of other amenities, they have the shampoo, conditioner, and the body wash pumps, and housekeeping comes every other day, so they can refill that, or of course you can call if you need it refilled. But that is a look at the royal guest room here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside. Are you kidding? Like, have you ever seen a Disney room like this? I liked the room over at Art of Animation. The Little Mermaid rooms were so cute, but this one definitely tops that. I love all of the Disney princess and character and prince details. I mean, they really went all out on these rooms. And if you are coming for a princess trip, or maybe the Princess Run Disney half marathon weekend, this is the room you want to stay at. Like, you truly are immersed in all of the Disney magic with this. It is so cute. You can tell you're getting close to the royal guest rooms here at Riverside because they have a bunch of banners around this little courtyard area for each of the Disney princesses. Let me show you. There's a ton of fun little rose bushes around, but look, this is a little banner for Princess Tiana. This is one for Rose Red. Would this be for Belle, or would that be for Sleeping Beauty? This one is Belle. We have a banner for Belle. Oh, and this one's for Briar Rose, which is Sleeping Beauty. So who's Rose Red? And then over on this side, they're also the same banners. So I think that's a fun little detail that kind of sets these areas apart from the other hotel blocks around Riverside. We have a little bit of time before we have to head to Magic Kingdom tonight, so I thought it'd be fun to show you our little walk to the French Quarter. That it isn't too bad of a walk, actually. Our hotel block is right over here, Port Orleans Riverside, and this is the French Quarter, so you can kind of see the difference in the architecture, so it's a little bit more fun. You can see the horse carriage too, but we're coming over here to get Mickey beignets from the Scat Cats Club because they have the Halloween beignets right now. So I'm getting a little sweet treat. Mandy just ran. We're gonna do that before we head to Magic Kingdom. We made it to Scat Cats Club to try the ghoulish beignets. I have been waiting for this for about a year now. They're cookies and cream beignets. Are you kidding me?
With a marshmallow fluff on the top of it.
Marshmallow fluff on the top. Insane. Okay, you
So
get
good.
a Mandy gets a beignet, I get a beignet.
I'll take this one. Okay, ready?
Cheers.
Oh my goodness. That is so good.
They're warm. They're so fresh.
That is so good.
That's so good. To show you the ferry boats or the river boats from the opposite direction. So we're leaving Disney Springs and this is the transfer station. I'll show you where all the boats take you to and from, which is a nice little transportation perk of staying at the Riverside because you can easily get to Disney Springs. But we have the Sassagoula Steamboat Co. Over here to the left, you can get to Disney Saratoga Springs and Old Key West. So if you want to do some resort hopping, you can use that. And then over to the right is how you get to Port Orleans, French Quarter, and Riverside. All the times that I've used this little steamboat, it's very frequent. There's never been a time that I haven't been here and there hasn't been a boat. So it is a nice form of transportation.
Port Orleans, French Quarter, Riverside.
Yay! We are on our way back to Riverside, and here's a fun view of Disney Springs. You can see a lot of the restaurants here and the giant hot air balloon that you can pay to take a ride in. But here's also a view of one of the other little river boats. So it really is a nice little perk of staying at Port Orleans Riverside. This is Port Orleans French Quarter. This is kind of like the sister hotel to Riverside, and this is also where they have the delicious Mickey beignets. So if you wanted to come and do some resort hopping, definitely check out the beignets here. They're so good. And we've made it back to Riverside. So this is a look at the dock that you can use for the boat transportation. Well, that is going to do it for our stay here at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside.
10 out of 10. Loved it. It was so relaxing.
It was really relaxing. We loved the room, and also just the overall atmosphere and vibe here is like very laid back, a lot of good amenities, and the transportation was fine to the parks. Let us know if you are considering staying here when visiting Disney World. If you have any other questions or need other Disney tips, I'll share some other videos from our recent trip here. And with that, we'll see you in the next video. See you guys.